actual juice. Oops. What's Easter egg roll? Says there's something at 8:30. Anyways, I don't think there's not really any news today. Um, but there might be this Easter egg roll, but I don't know what it is. Today's the 21st, so oh, so it's like an activity. All right. Um, yeah, we have bearish flows, so I'm expecting some bearishness. Wondering if YM is just a short. Literally from here, it's 8:30. We just took out the midnight level again, and Nasdaq is holding pretty weak. YM never took out any liquidity. ES did, but it is just bearish though. So maybe there's going to be some sort of SMT here. So far, nothing. But we are making SMT with the midnight level, so that could be something. The real question is it going to bounce pretty nicely on this move? We've just already moved. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm thinking that that could have been it. But at the same time, I'm not really too sure. Maybe we had a change of character. Well, I never took out a low, but hmm, right into that level at 8:30. All right. Still not gonna need SMT. Trust the bounce here. We already are opening up pretty much our yes, yes. So ES took out liquidity, Nasdaq took out liquidity, YM has already taken out all of that liquidity. But if we're opening back up to where we were overnight, hmm. So into the new week opening gap, we had YM actually be really weak, and ES and Nasdaq kind of retraced pretty deep into it. Um, just seems like if we were bearish flows, we would want to open up. If we're gonna like bounce, we would want to open up red.
Order working.
Order canceled.
Stop filled.
Oh, there was just some change in character, small risk there. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for maybe this London to be taken out. There's relative equal highs on YM. Um, yeah, otherwise there's not enough for me to really trust. If we're gonna open back up here, I would still expect there to be a short. Um, Pretty big unfilled new week opening gap. We gapped down, big wicks on ES and NASDAQ, and then a retrace for Asia. No, we had an SMT with Russell. Okay, so yeah, maybe we are targeting these highs. At the same time, though, I almost think that this could just still be a short here from the high. So, yeah. 2 points. Might just try
Order working.
a small size short from London lower. That way I can be in the move if I miss, but otherwise take a small loss. Yeah, I'm just gonna try that. And I would target the next lows on YM. Being that support resistance low. Yeah, honestly, I just target that 38, 640. Wow, that's a pretty big trade there. Otherwise, yeah, looking for that YM's, the sweep of those relative equal highs, and then maybe an SMT. We had Russell SMT, the new week opening gap, so I would actually expect if we're gonna come back up. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just the new week opening gap for YM, and then probably weakness in NASDAQ and ES, and then the short. So I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me. If we're gonna open up back up into there. Otherwise, yeah, it does seem like they would, with the flow, it'd be like open gap it lower, but I don't know. Does it need to do that? Alright, let's just fill this out. What was the one out? Yeah. Yeah, there was news back into Friday's range. Taking All right. Yeah, so we are looking like some sort of, we could be, I mean, when you zoom in, it just looks like we're using midnight to create order blocks. But um, NASDAQ and ES are really weak, and now we're just getting more SMT above midnight. So, yeah. And do we have SMT with ES and NASDAQ now? So yeah, yeah, still looking for the bear side to play out. We had Russell create SMT that got us down to these lows. We are possibly bouncing here because we took out liquidity, but at the same time, YM is really coming up and it really didn't take out anything. Besides just, yeah, but NASDAQ and ES were weaker into these lows, these lower lows, and uh, an SMT occurred here in London, which got us to continue being weak. And yeah, I just don't know if there's any reason to really come. I mean, this is just such a big range. We moved all the way back up. Well, we gapped down only 0.5%, but from the gap down, we were already down pretty big. So if we would retrace that, that's like a 1% move from the low, which I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know about that. Doesn't seem like the most plausible thing. Coming back up above this high might have been enough. Um, so just seems like this is a pretty valid S&T, and it just seems like it would get us down to the target since it's there. You know? So yeah, we do have some pretty clear S&T, and we're rejecting. So yeah, I'll hold this. Preferably, yeah, I would have gotten in on NASDAQ or ES, but it's hard to dictate where to really get in there.